Named for the Roman goddess of fruitful abundance, Pomona, California still holds pockets of agricultural beauty. One needs to only look west at Cal Poly Pomona to bear witness to the lush paradise that once was. But over the last century, this Garden of Eden was paved over in favor of industry, and its residents suffered the consequences of declining health and prosperity.
And so where you see food access in some communities, they have an abundant resource of access to fresh food, right? Here in South Pomona, the system doesn't work like that. If I drew a mile radius out from Lopez Urban Farm, you would not find one major market. What you would find are maybe a handful of mom and pop markets, right? Which are stocked full of a lot of junk food and very limited in the amount of fresh produce that they can offer.
There's
right?
not a lot of grocery stores around us. And then what if those people don't have means of transportation to get to those grocery stores? Not everyone has multi-cars.
So in between that, there's not necessarily a good place for people to provide meals for their family. So sometimes they turn to other alternatives like fast food. There's a direct correlation between that and access to other things like healthcare, mental health care, community.
I was getting chest pains. Cholesterol was almost 300. That motivated me to change just everything about my whole diet. But I didn't really know what I was doing. So then anytime I called Kaiser, I was always trying to talk about plant-based diet. Oh, or do you know where there's any support groups for this? And there's nothing. And so I struggled so much. I didn't know how to cook.
When I spent time here at Lopez Farm, I can see that my community is coming together to provide resources for everybody who exists in this community. People always kind of hone in on like the fact that people need food to survive, but that's just like one of the many things that a person needs to feel dignified and to feel a member of the community. So in Bodega Comunitaria, we strive to provide multiple things that a person might need to feel a little bit more human in this society, a little bit more like we're sharing our abundance with one another and not necessarily hoarding it for ourselves.
If the industrial food system is not working for communities like ours, and they don't care about communities like ours, then we should build our own system. And the system that we are suggesting is a network of urban farms that are connected together, creating access points to fresh food, creating opportunity for people to come in and learn and participate in the growing of their food, grown in a way where the price point matches the economics of our community, right? And then at the same time, those urban farms become community centers, right? And it is our answer to this notion of food apartheid.